Here with head coach Anna Nimz after the Demons pick up a big win today in the home conference opener against Lamar, 60-57. Coach, a couple opening thoughts before we get into some questions.
Just a wow. I think we came out of the gate. T started us off really hot, a lot of mid-range touches, got us going there. We started out, I think we jumped up 10, but we got into foul trouble real quick. I think that the girls maybe were a little bit over-aggressive. We weren't moving our feet as well, not being disciplined maybe with some of our wall-on-wheels action. But that is just a game of up, down, up, down, up, down. And the wow sentiment comes in because we were down 9, down 9, I think, with 4 to go. And there was no give up. There was a lot of resolve. I think there was some true belief that we're down 9, it's 4 minutes to go, but I don't think anybody had counted us out, at least not in our huddle. And so, that was really impressive to see. Credit to Coach A. She tapped me. She said a play. I went with it, and it was a bang bang. One for V, one for V. Just because it was the same play, but how they had to guard it flip flopped. And so, just good composure by the girls. One to recognize that. But then, a few seconds left, we get that little baseline shot off. And we went through it. This is what beats us. This is what doesn't beat us. A 2 doesn't beat us. It sends us into overtime. Just rattling, not rallying. That's not the saying it over and over and over. What does or doesn't beat us. And there was a real calmness in the huddle. And so, anytime there's a calmness in the huddle, I think there's a true belief in what's going to happen. Belief in themselves. Nobody was over anxious about anything, and they were just listening, intently listening. And I thought they played. I think we made it hard on ourselves at times, which is some of our defensive errors. But man, V got face guarded all game and still came out with what she did. She was cramping all game and still found a way to play. And I think we have Peyton plays hurt. Many minutes she's getting, I know she's hurting. V was cramping and hurting. But there was just a real selflessness about the team. And, I think Carla attested to it. I think we're settling into roles, and not everybody's going to be the 20 points a night kid. But dang it, if we didn't need Carla Salaya tonight when she made the biggest stop of the game, arguably, based on the time, and just played a real steady Eddie defense. And we talk a lot about that. We may not be a high deny team, but we want to force teams to take tough shots. And Carla did it. Down the stretch at the very, very end, she did it. And I think everybody locked in and obviously came away with a very, very great win.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, and kind of speaking to, this felt like for the third conference game of the season, of the schedule, this kind of had a conference tournament feel of it, with the intensity of it, the way it went back and forth. 2 really good teams, and it feels like what we've been through in the non-conference, those 2 road wins have really set us up for what happened today.
Yeah, and those 2, but plus playing Texas, you could not be more prepared, although we didn't necessarily show it when they pressed us, in practice. But those were great games leading into this game. And we talked a lot about knocking off Southeastern McNeese, but Lamar was 1 game away last year, or 2 games away last year. So just beating that caliber of a team in such a physical game, and in such a high intense game, and in such a possessions-based game. Like I said, I could go on and on about our group and just the maturity they showed and the relentlessness. It's something we talk about a lot. And they were tougher and they played together. I don't think we had too many moments where we just kind of fell apart. We may have gotten frustrated, but we never fell apart as a team or as a unit that was on the court. And so my heart's happy. I'm almost so happy I'm actually really calm. There's just a lot of things to be grateful for as we finish this non-conference, and now obviously 3 games. Crazy to have 3 games under your belt going into Christmas. But there's a lot of things that we can grow and get better at. But what a great way to start conference, and I'm proud of our program.
You mentioned that you never felt like we lost any belief that we could come away with the win, even down 9 with 5 minutes to go. When Nia hit that 3-pointer to tie the game, and then V comes back, I think we get a stop on the next possession, and V gets the shot and the foul. I mean, do you feel like we had it won at that point, even though we were only up 1?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. And until that buzzer goes off, I was still believing I needed to come up with something really intentful with 0.1 to go. And it's quite impossible to actually do anything.
Yeah.
But no matter what, we were going to have a game plan of how we were going to guard that inbounds play that obviously got waved off and game was over. But in any game, but in the Southland, until that buzzer goes, you better be locked in. And so, no, at no point did I feel comfortable in thinking we won. I was going to wait until I saw this.
Yeah. Coach, congrats on the win. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Borkum.